The Department of Government Efficiency, or Doge, was established to streamline government operations and cut costs. While fiscal responsibility is important, Doge's methods have raised serious cybersecurity concerns. The agency's broad mandate allows it to reach deep into various federal departments and systems. This extensive reach, coupled with a lack of oversight, creates potential cybersecurity risks. Doge operates with minimal external scrutiny, making it difficult to hold accountable. This lack of transparency extends to its hiring practices, raising doubts about personnel competence. When individuals with questionable expertise access sensitive systems, national security risks increase. Doge's aggressive changes have caused concern among cybersecurity experts. Rushed software updates and system overhauls introduce significant vulnerabilities. The potential consequences of Doge's actions are far-reaching and potentially devastating. From jeopardizing national security to compromising personal data, Doge's unchecked power poses a clear danger. We must demand transparency, accountability, and responsible cybersecurity practices from Doge. The cybersecurity of any organization is only as strong as its weakest link. In the case of Doge, there is growing concern that the agency itself has become a significant liability, largely due to questions surrounding the technical competence of its staff. Reports have surfaced of individuals being granted access to sensitive systems and data without proper vetting or training. This lack of expertise creates a dangerous situation where unqualified personnel could expose critical infrastructure to cyber threats. One troubling example involves a Doge staffer making inflammatory remarks on social media. Despite this, they were given administrator-level access to sensitive financial data. This incident highlights the potential for Doge's lax hiring practices to compromise national security. The lack of transparency surrounding Doge's hiring and training processes makes it impossible to gauge the true extent of the problem. However, anecdotal evidence and reports from whistleblowers suggest that these issues are widespread and systemic. When individuals without the necessary expertise are given the keys to the kingdom, the consequences can be catastrophic. The potential for insider threats, whether intentional or accidental, increases exponentially when unqualified personnel are granted access to sensitive systems. A single misstep, a misunderstanding of security protocols, or a lapse in judgment can have far-reaching consequences. It is essential that Doge address these concerns by implementing rigorous vetting procedures, providing comprehensive cybersecurity training to all staff, and establishing clear lines of accountability for data breaches and security incidents. Doge's mandate for efficiency has, in many cases, translated into a move fast and break things approach to government systems. While speed and innovation are important, they should never come at the expense of security. Unfortunately, Doge's actions suggest a disregard for the potential consequences of its rapid-fire changes to critical infrastructure. The agency has been criticized for pushing through software updates and system overhauls without adequate planning, testing, or consultation with cybersecurity experts. This reckless approach has resulted in widespread system instability and the introduction of new vulnerabilities. Government websites have crashed, databases have become corrupted, and sensitive information has been left exposed. These incidents, while often dismissed as minor glitches, are indicative of a deeper problem within Doge. The agency's focus on speed and cost-cutting has created a culture where security is an afterthought, leaving government systems vulnerable to attack. One particularly egregious example involves Doge's decision to implement a new payroll system across multiple federal agencies. The rollout was plagued with problems, resulting in thousands of government employees receiving incorrect paychecks or no pay at all. This fiasco not only caused significant financial hardship but also exposed sensitive employee data, including social security numbers and bank account information. The consequences of Doge's actions extend far beyond inconvenience and financial losses. By introducing vulnerabilities into critical government systems, the agency is creating opportunities for malicious actors to exploit these weaknesses. Whether it's foreign governments, cyber criminals, or hacktivists, those seeking to disrupt government operations or steal sensitive data now have a wider attack surface to exploit. So, let's talk about unauthorized email servers and the security gaps they create. You see, when employees use personal email accounts for work, it bypasses the company's security measures. This can lead to sensitive information being exposed. It's a bit like leaving the back door open. Unauthorized servers can be vulnerable to attacks, making it easier for cybercriminals to access confidential data. And honestly, it's not just about the technology, it's about the policies and practices that need to be in place to prevent these kinds of lapses. Moving on to how we can protect ourselves and, demand accountability. First, it's crucial to educate employees about the risks and best practices in cybersecurity. Regular training sessions can go a long way. Also, implementing robust security protocols like multi-factor authentication can significantly reduce the risk of breaches. And, it's important to hold individuals and organizations accountable for their actions. This means having clear policies and consequences in place for violations. Ultimately, a proactive approach is key to safeguarding our digital world.